Hi everyone, my name is Claire of Clarity Wellness Coaching, and today you're not going to see me too much because I want you to see these Groundies barefoot shoes. Now some people say, oh, Groundies are not just barefoot shoes because they have this new traditional toe box style, but originally they were only barefoot shoes with only that option of having the anatomical toe box shape. So just be aware if you're looking on there that you can filter it by anatomical, but that is their most kind of common shoe. All right. So I'm going to show you the 3 different soles that Groundies have at the moment, the most common ones they have. And I'll start with what I believe is their original sole. And so it's called GO1 is what they call it sometimes. But this is their original sole. As you can see, it's very pliable. I do have insoles in there, so even with insoles, it's still really pliable. And it is quite spongy, which is nice, but it articulates really well. I'll go ahead and take out my padding, which I feel like I need personally. But there you go. So it's very pliable, really soft materials inside and outside, and it depends on the model, and quite a wide toe box on this one, kind of almost squarish, you know. But there, so that's the original one. Another boot that also has the original one, but it's made with a bit stiffer leather, is this one is the Berlin. I should mention this one is called Odessa, and they have different versions of this one. So the Berlin, I don't think they have it this year in 2022, but they might bring it back. It's quite a nice like combat boot, good alternative for Doc Martens. And again, there's that original sole, as you can see. It does wear down a little bit on the heel, but doesn't go very far once it wears down a little bit. And again, really kind of spongy, but yet you can feel the ground so well, which is why they're called Groundies, because you can feel the ground. So that's the GO1, I think. It's the original sole. Then their really famous sole is this one, which is GS, like S as in Sam or sugar, we say in military in England. So this is a Liverpool boot. As you can see, the toe box is quite wide. And it's quite high volume inside. I can fit quite a bit of cushioning and padding if I want it. And that sole now is very quite thin, but yet there's a little bit of cushioning. It absorbs some shock, so it's not as hard. Some other companies might have a bit of a harder plastic, which maybe lasts a long time, but it's not going to be as shock absorbing on the pavement, you know. So there you go. And this one as well. Now this one, as you can see, it's wider, so it makes like a little tray that your foot sits inside. I kind of like it because it provides more stability, and I walk a lot on concrete, uneven concrete, so I quite like that. But some people don't like that. But it's very thin inside, like you can really feel all the ground texture. And they're really famous sneakers, which are called Universe, have this sole on it. So if you see the Universe sneaker for warmer weather, you'll notice this sole on it. Again, very good ground feel, a little bit more stability for your foot as it does sit inside this tray, but this is a false, you know, it's not this thick inside. It's actually, your foot is by the ground. It sits inside this tray that comes up on the side. Okay, and then the last one is GX1. So this is their newest one. Now this one is actually this thick, so your foot sits on top. It is not a tray like this one. So this, how thick you see it is, you know, it feels a bit thicker, more cushiony. It's made for like more hiking or rough terrain. I like it because of the cushioning myself, but hardcore barefoot shoe people would not like it. Also, like this one is the same as this one, but in a newer model with this sole, and it's a colder weather boot because they put a very, I don't think you can see it, but like a fuzzy lining in there. And yeah, so I like it because of the fuzzy lining and that thickness. You know, the cold from the ground in the winter won't come up quite as much into your foot area, and it's fuzzy even inside, so I quite like it. So again, Liverpool, and the GX, X as an X-ray, you know, a little bit thicker, more cushiony, but if you read the reviews, people find it quite comfy. But some hardcore, again, barefoot shoe people would not like that because it is a bit more cushiony. But the advantage, besides cushion, is for the cold in the winter. So there you go. Those are Groundies, 3 different soles. So the original GO1, and then GS, S as in Sam. This one, that's kind of like a tray. And then GX one, X as in X-ray. This has more cushioning, but better for cold weather, in my opinion. There you go. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and check out my other videos on different topics. And feel free to like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye.